Hey everyone, it's Amanda, Pineal Painting, Sarasota, Florida. Okay, so I have a cabinet project here that I probably did about a month ago. And I did it the same exact way I always do it, with the extreme bonding primer and the urethane enamel. Prepped it, cleaned it, sanded it, primed it, sanded it again, did all that. 2 coats of finish. So what I do is, as a courtesy, I always come back after the cure period, because the cabinets, when you finish them, there's a 2 to 4 week cure period, and I always give it the 4 weeks. Then I tell my customers, I will give you a courtesy check in 4 weeks. We'll put it on the calendar, and as soon as everything gets cured up, I will come back, do a check over, make sure everything is good and everybody's happy with everything. So I did that, came back, do my check over after the 4 weeks, and I'm looking around at the cabinets and I'm noticing that there's a lot of darkness coming back through, which is probably really difficult to pick up on the camera. But here, I don't know if you can see it or not, I actually did not even understand how that could happen, because I put primer and 2 coats of paint, so basically has 3 coats of paint on this. So after a few weeks of it curing up, the tannins in the wood came back through the primer. So I used a bonding primer, which I always use, and I've never ever had an issue with it until this cabinet project here, which I called my rep afterward, explained to him what was going on, and he said, well, we have this other primer. He said, you're gonna have to use a stain blocking primer, in which he said, I've never had any problems with our cabinet products until this year, and I've had several painters come to me with this issue of the tannins coming through. So it kind of made me feel a little bit better to know that it wasn't technically anything that I did wrong, because I did the same procedures that I always do. But at the same time, it's not a good situation because I have a failed product here. So you can see, because of the failure with the bonding primer on this cabinet set, there's a lot of nicks that are coming through. That should never happen. That never happens on my cabinets. Another issue that I'm having with these is, because it's like a shaker style door, I had this idea, well, maybe I will not caulk, because you guys know I always caulk my cabinet doors, so I always caulk this here. And I say because it gives it a more finished look, and it does, because you can see right here where it just does not look, see how it hits and it misses? You can't, when you're spraying, you can't literally get into those little cracks there. And with shaker style doors, I think they leave enough of a gap there, or it's flat, or it's up more flush to the surface. I'm not sure. But these are not technically shaker doors, but they're shaker style, like the way they look. So I thought it would look really nice to not caulk these, but as you can see, yeah, that wasn't really a good idea either. So what I'm doing is, I'm back. I told them, look, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna take these doors, redo this. So I have to redo this kitchen project with the actual stain blocking primer. Stain blocking, it's a bonding primer. So it's new. It's actually kind of like technically a new primer that's come out. It's a water base, so you don't have to run oil through your machine. I've already started caulking, so what I'm gonna do is, you can see the difference here with the door not caulked and then the door caulked. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna clean up that line before I even take them off. It's gonna be easier to caulk them before I take them off. Got the inside too. So I'm gonna caulk these doors, and then I'm gonna take all the hardware and the doors back off, load them up, take them back, re-sand them, re-clean them, and respray them with the blocking primer, and we're gonna see how it goes. Because you can see here, look at the side panel, you can see the paint coming right back through. You can see the dark, I mean, I know there's a lot of shadowing too, but this is 3 coats of paint. This is primer and 2 coats of paint, so there's no way it should look, like this. And also there's nicking, see the nicking here? So that should never happen either. So we're gonna fix this. So I'm back to fix this one, guys. So I just want to show you, if you have really dark wood cabinets, go ahead, don't even bother with the bonding primer. Just go ahead and get the stain blocking primer, and just start with the stain blocking primer first, because yeah, don't make the same mistake I did. You don't want the tannins coming back through. You don't want to have to come back and redo your work. But it's one thing I'd have to say about, you know, if you're going to do business and you're going to do good business, you got to be able to stop and address the issues as they come up. Take care of your people and do the right thing. Do right by people. Do what you say you're going to do. And, you know, nothing's perfect, especially when it comes to this kind of work right here. So you never know what could happen, like something like this. And so, you know, you got to stop, you got to take a step back, and you gotta make it right. So that's what I'm here to do, and to get started on this. I think it's gonna, I just can't wait to put this thing back together now and show them, you know, how wonderful it actually can come out. So yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this one, let you know how we go with it. All right.